Why the Beetle is the most recognizable car ever. Welcome back to Piston Edge. Today, we're looking at one of the most legendary cars of all time, the Volkswagen Beetle Type 1. With more than 21 million units sold across decades, this little car isn't just an automobile, it's a piece of world history. From its humble beginnings in pre-war Germany to becoming a global cultural icon, the Beetle captured hearts everywhere. But what made this car so special, and why does it remain one of the most beloved classics today? Let's find out. The people's car dream. The story begins in the 1930s, when Adolf Hitler wanted an affordable car for the masses, the people's car, or Volkswagen in German. Engineer Ferdinand Porsche was tasked with designing it, and what he created became the Beetle. It had to be cheap, reliable, and able to carry a family of 4 at highway speeds. The result was a car with a rear-mounted air-cooled flat-4 engine, a simple chassis, and distinctive rounded bodywork. Although the Beetle's early years were tied to a dark chapter in history, after World War II, it transformed into a symbol of peace, mobility, and freedom. Design and engineering, the beauty of simplicity. One of the Beetle's greatest strengths was its simplicity. The rounded body was aerodynamic for its time and easy to recognize from miles away. Under the hood, well, technically, in the back, sat an air-cooled engine that eliminated the need for radiators or complicated cooling systems. The car was rear-wheel drive, lightweight, and mechanically straightforward, making it easy for owners to fix at home with just basic tools. It wasn't a luxury car, but that was the whole point. It was designed to be a car for everyone. Performance, slow, but unstoppable reliability. Now, let's be honest. The Beetle was never a performance machine. Early models had just 25 horsepower and topped out around 60 miles per hour. Even later versions rarely broke 50 to 60 horsepower. But speed wasn't the Beetle's selling point. What it offered instead was bulletproof reliability. These engines could run forever with proper maintenance, and because they were air-cooled, they weren't prone to overheating. Owners drove them across deserts, through snow, and on rough roads where many other cars would fail. It was the perfect companion for everyday life. Cultural impact, hippies, Herbie and global popularity. By the 1960s, the Beetle became more than just transportation, it was a cultural icon. In the United States, it stood out against the huge, chrome-covered muscle cars of the era. Hippies embraced it as a symbol of anti-establishment values, small, humble, and different. Hollywood loved it too, turning the Beetle into a star with Disney's Herbie the Love Bug. And thanks to Volkswagen's clever advertising campaigns, remember the "Think Small" ads, the Beetle became instantly recognizable worldwide. No matter where you lived, chances are you saw a Beetle on the road. Longevity, over 21 million cars sold. What's even more amazing is just how long the Beetle stayed in production. From 1938 until 2003 in some markets, this car barely changed in design yet kept selling year after year. In total, over 21 million Beetles were built, making it one of the best-selling cars in history. Production continued in countries like Mexico and Brazil long after it ended in Europe and the United States. The Beetle was truly global, a car you could find on almost every continent. Collectability and verdict, a timeless classic. Today, the Volkswagen Beetle Type 1 is more than just a used car, it's a collectible classic. Early split-window models are worth a fortune, while even later versions have seen values rise as enthusiasts restore them. But more importantly, the Beetle carries an emotional connection. It's a car that made history not by being fast or flashy, but by being reliable, affordable, and approachable. It was the car of the people, and in many ways, it still is. For collectors, nostalgia seekers, or anyone who just loves automotive history, the Beetle will always hold a special place. And that's the story of the Volkswagen Beetle Type 1, the people's car that truly changed the world. Which version of the Beetle is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Piston Edge for more classic car stories every week. Until next time, keep those engines running and stay passionate about the drive.